Hello, this is part 3 of the Wormhole Cluster F demo. There are 17 tiles on the board. Alpha has 2 ships with data, one of which has returned home, giving Alpha 4 points. Omega still hasn't gotten any points. We have 32 turns into the game. There are 32 tiles left in the bag. Alpha prepares a wormhole, diagonal 2. Alpha's only real goal now is to get this guy home. So, Alpha has no immediate useful action towards that end. So Alpha's not even going to bother moving a piece. Alpha will deploy this wormhole, though. 2, 2, so distance matches distance, pointing this out of the way, thus preventing Omega from using that to get into the station. Omega's turn. Omega prepares a wormhole. 3 straight. No obvious immediate use I can see. Let's see. Yeah, why not? Omega moves here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Omega is going to deploy that here, actually. So this guy can go there. 1, 2, 3. So that works out. Alright. Alpha's turn. 4 straight. Alpha is going to pass on moving. Alpha is going to deploy there. Omega's turn. Omega prepares tile. 4 diagonal. Alright. Omega is going to move. Boop, 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 boop. Omega finally gets a point. And, let's see. That looks fun. Omega's going to deploy this there, making that useless to Alpha as an escape plan. Alpha's move. Alpha prepares wormhole. Let's see. Alpha is going to pass as far as moving goes. Alpha's going to play here. Distance matches distance. 4 now points that way, making Alpha have a potential win in just a couple turns. Omega's turn. Omega prepares wormhole. 3 diagonal. Omega moves. 1 diagonal, bloop. Alright. And Omega is actually going to go ahead and replace this 4 diagonal with a 3 diagonal. Just direction matches direction. There. That will allow Alpha to potentially come out of here and ram Omega, though. It is a risky move. So that's Omega's deploy. Alpha's turn. Alpha prepares. 4 straight. So Alpha can, in fact, take advantage of that. Alpha moves. Boop, 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 boop. Ramming you back. And then, to prevent Omega from just following and counter-ramming, this 4 goes on that 4. So, distance matches distance. That now points that way. So Omega has no way of catching up. Omega's turn. Omega is probably going to lose the game next turn. Omega prepares tile. Omega has a way to stay in the game one more turn. Omega moves, and then Omega will distance matches distance, replace this tile so that Alpha can't use it to go home immediately. But Alpha is probably going to win 2 turns anyway. Alpha's turn. Alpha prepares tile. Diagonal 4. Alpha moves. Bloop. This is pointing out of bounds, so it just leaves the board. And Alpha doesn't really care. Alpha doesn't see any way to lose, so Alpha's just going to discard the deploy, not even bother. Omega prepares. And Omega does not have any way to ram that this turn. So Omega's just going to pass on the move, pass on the deploy. Alpha's turn. Alpha prepares tile. Alpha moves. Alpha now has 3 plus 3 is 6 points. Alpha wins the game. A lot of this could have gone a lot differently if during the previous part I had noticed the error that I annotated on the video. But it's entirely possible players could make a mistake like that. As far as I can tell, this is a valid way the game could turn out. As you might imagine, if the game ran longer than this, there would be more and more tiles on the board, and it would get towards the end very, very crowded and maze-like. But even here, you can see that there's a lot of complexity in the board state. And even though the tiles are going in and out, there's still a sense of terrain that kind of lingers over the course of the game. It only changes somewhat gradually. I might make another video. If I do, I'm going to reprint the tiles to have bigger numbers, because I know my camera's a little blurry. That's it. I think I'm going to try to get some live playtesting going in the reasonable